Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Greg McCloskey, and this is a Forex market update looking at the Forex market in the New York afternoon. Let's take a look at the euro versus US dollar. We've seen the market rebound a little bit here today. Taking a look at this hourly chart here to start things off. What we have here is, sort of, I put in a channel trend line here connecting these lows, these initial lows here for the day. We did break below on some liquidation selling and move back higher. We did have support at the 128.85 level, and you can see over the last 3 hours the market's been closed above. Now looking to figure out, okay, what does it want to do? Close below. We're currently trading at 77 and moving a little bit down, so it may be to time for the downside here. Perhaps the high is in place. Let's take a look at a 5-minute chart, and what might suggest that. I put a line here at that 85 level is that the market went up to 50% of the day's trading range. If you take the high for the day, which came in, I can't even remember, 96, and go down to the low. Here they came in at 128.03. 50% comes in at the 129 level. We moved just above that, but also stayed respected this 100 bar moving average on the 5-minute chart, which the market has been below ever since this point right here. So all of that suggests that perhaps the top is in place, but nevertheless we will continue to watch this 85 level kind of as our pivot. If the market if the market trades above it, we could see another squeeze to the upside. If the market stays below it, we could see some further moves to the downside. So right now, biases to the downside with the market trading at the 76, 77 level for the euro versus US dollar. Let's transition into another currency pair. We'll look at the dollar versus Swiss. And in this morning's report, I think we're looking at the 61.8% retracement of this currency pair. That is of the move from the high of 2009 to the low of 2009. That 61.8% retracement came in at the 111.84 level. The high came in at 111.87, and the market started its move back to the downside, a corrective move back to the downside. Where do we go in that currency pair? Let's going to go to the 5-minute chart, and we take a look at the range of today's trading, just like we did in the euro dollar, and put a Fibonacci from this low to the high. The 50% retracement comes in at 111.05. That's where the market went, tested the 50% retracement of the day's range, has since moved back up toward that 38.2 of the day's trading range. So what we do know from a technical basis is that we do have support against 50% at 111.05, and we know also that the 100 bar moving average on this chart is also starting to move up toward that level. So that's going to be our support level on the downside. If we break through this 24 level, we could see further moves to the upside. However, for the dollar versus Swiss, let's look at another currency pair. How about the dollar versus yen? Off the daily chart, we went up to this and tested the 61.8% retracement of the move down from the 2009 high to the 2009 low. That level comes in at 95.08. What was the high for the day? 94.97. In fact, the last 2 days we've had highs at that 94.97, and the price has since come down. Taking a look at the hourly chart, we have been in between what I call the goalposts, and the goalposts are defined by the 100 and the 200 hour moving average. In this case, this is the hourly chart, and the goalposts are the 100 bar moving average currently comes in at 94.37. The 200 bar comes in at 94.10.11. Current price is 94.11, so we are testing the bottom end of this formation. If the market should move below that level, then we could see the market start its a move further to the downside, with support coming in against this trend line initially. I'm going to zoom out here to show you what I'm talking about. We have a trend line coming in that comes in currently around the 93.95 level. That would be the target on the downside. Additional support comes in at 93.85. That's this floor here that we saw here in the dollar versus yen over the last few days. I'll stop moving around here, but you can see that there's a nice floor there at that 85 level, and we have the support against the trend line as well. So we'll be looking for support in this area for the dollar versus yen if we're able to get below this 200 bar moving average, and it does look like the market may try to move its way toward that level. So we'll be watching that closely. Let's take a look at the dollar versus Canada on a daily chart. The market went up and tested the 50% retracement of the move down from the looks like the January high to the April low here. The 50% retracement comes in at 103.54. Also, that 100-day moving average was at that level. Market went up to that level and certainly came right back down below those two moving averages. Found the necessary sellers at that level, and has since started its move back to the downside. Taking a look at some of our other charts here, I'll go to the 5-minute chart in the currency pair, and you can see that the market has had a pretty good run back to the downside. In fact, if we put a Fibonacci from today's low to today's high, the retracement back to the downside has gone through that 61.8% retracement of the move up here today. So that's certainly some from a bearish sign, and probably indicative of the fact that we went right up to that 50% retracement. We are back in between the 100 and 200 bar moving average as we speak. If we are able to get above this 102.77 level, we could see further moves to the upside, but it does seem like the move to the upside was taken care of. That's a look at some of the key currency pairs as we head into the afternoon from a technical perspective. We are seeing continued pressure in the euro dollar since my comments, staying below that 85 level, below the 77 level. As we can stay below the 77 level and 85 level, we should see further pressure in that currency pair. We'll be watching it closely, otherwise support resistance up there at the 129 level. This is Greg Michalowski with a special report for FX Street by FXDD. Thanks a lot. Good luck with your trading this afternoon.